Here with Harding head football coach Ronnie Huckabee. Coach Huck, a big day, probably one of your favorite days of the year, National Signing Day. Just talk to us about your 2013 signing class.
Scott, I'd be glad to do that. This is an awesome day. And you know, when you go out and start recruiting, and this started a long time ago, and the culmination is today, obviously, with signing these guys, the biggest deal is needs. You know, and we are returning a veteran football team for next year. We have 105 guys in our off season. We returned 10 offensive starters. We lost some defensive starters and some really good players, but we placed so many people on defense that we are returning a veteran defense and a very talented defense too. All of our kicking game people are back. So, okay, what do you do? What are you looking for? Well, last year we lost 2 senior defensive ends, and we have 2 of our top 4 defensive ends that will be seniors this next year. So obviously that's a recruiting need. We've got some senior interior defensive linemen. That's a recruiting need. We lost quite a few DBs. We lost a couple of corners that started for us. Now we've got some really good corners in our program right now, and we've got some really good safeties, but we lost some quality people in the secondary. In our offense, you're always looking for quality receivers, and you know we're looking to sign a quarterback every year. So when we set out to sign this class, those were the things that we were thinking. We are always obviously looking to sign offensive linemen, slots, B-backs, etc. So this is a great signing class as far as addressing our needs. And we're still recruiting, and we anticipate signing a few more within the next week of really quality players, and so we'll add to this class if things go as planned. But let me start talking about our guys. The first guy I'll talk about is Trayvon Bigelow. Trayvon is from Putnam City High School in Oklahoma. Trayvon probably had as impressive a workout as anybody that we've ever brought on our campus. He's 6'2", 240. He's a 435-pound bench presser. He was a team captain. He's the team chaplain for his team, which is indicative of the kind of young man he is. This year he had 67 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, and 10 sacks. He's a 3-year starter, and we feel like we stole one right there. We think this guy is going to be a difference maker on our football team. I talked DBs. Trent Blevins is from Sheffield High School in Memphis. He led the city of Memphis in interceptions. We battled several Division I schools for Trent, and they were still running at him hard at the very end, but he came to our camp this summer, and his dad came to our camp, and then his mom visited with him when he came on his official visit, and they are our kind of people. They fell in love with Harding. We fell in love with them, and Trent is a tremendous talent at corner, and we're so excited to have him. Andrew Dather, you know, in our offense, we want big play wide receivers. Andrew played at Conway Christian. He is one of the most phenomenal athletes that we've had an opportunity to recruit. Tremendous kid, tremendous family. Andrew's a tall kid. He's 6'1", 180, but he plays a lot of sports. He is going to blossom when he gets in college. So we're really excited about Andrew. Gavin de los Santos. Gavin is from Lake Hamilton High School. Gavin is 6'4", 300. He came to our camp this summer, just blew us away. You talk about a perfect fit for Harding. He wants to minor in missions. Tremendous family. He played for Coach Jerry Clay at Lake Hamilton High School, who's, you know, one of the legendary coaches in this state. Very successful, good man. And Gavin is one of those kind of guys, when we sat in our meeting with him on his official visit, he said, Coach, you know, I'll play anywhere you want me to play. I'm comfortable playing D-line or playing O-line. Gavin played most of this year with a big old club on his hand because he had a broken arm. And he's very athletic for a big man and a tremendous person. We feel very fortunate to have gotten Gavin. Another lineman guy, Clayton Fields from Carlisle. Clayton's 6'2", 290. Played both ways at Carlisle High School. Very physical player, a guy that we fell in love with again back at camp last summer and have been recruiting him all along. And, you know, we love, at Harding, we love offensive linemen with defensive mindsets. And that's Clayton Fields. He is really a physical football player and a great fit for us. Zach Gerbholz. Zach is from Greenbrier. Zach's dad, Gordon Gerbholz, was a linebacker here in the 80s. Zach is a very big kid, very athletic kid, 6'2", 285. He's athletic enough to play tackle for us, and that's what we're going to look at him as, an offensive tackle. Really good athlete, great student. Eric Gooden. Eric is from Bowling, Texas, Bowling High School. He's 6'1", 230, and he'll start off at defensive end for us. This is Eric. He's got a 360 bench, 600-pound squat. He runs a 4.6 40. This year he was second in the region and national qualifier in the javelin. He had 87 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, and 7 sacks. And he also rushed for 700 yards and 11 TDs. And he's a defensive end. That's what we're looking for. And what a fantastic young man. Great family. Very active in volunteering with the Boys and Girls Club. Just a perfect fit for Harding. Michael Gregg is from Good Pasture Christian in Madison, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Nashville. Michael is an offensive tackle for us. He's another one of these guys that was a really, really good high school defensive player. He's 6'1", 230, but he's tremendously athletic. And you guys that know what we do offensively know we like to take those guys and play them at offensive tackle for us because of what we do. And we think Michael's a great fit. Very glad to have him. Brian Griffith is from Greene County Tech in Paragould. He's a running back. He had a great workout for us when he came on his visit. He's very shifty and he's going to compete at that slot position. And we're tickled to have Brian. Jericho Hardiman is another defensive lineman, defensive end. He's from New Boston, Texas. He's 6'3", 245. He's another 2-time All-District. He's also a second-team All-District basketball player, which tells you a little bit about his athleticism. And we think we got another steal in Jericho. He's going to be a big man. And Jericho is a very strong Christian. His dad is a minister, and his dad, when he came on his visit, his dad struggled with him coming. He said, "This is my right-hand guy, Coach. Every Sunday in church, he's right there with me, helping me do whatever I need to do." So, but we're very happy to have Jericho. Reed Jones is from Wimberley, Texas. Reed is a safety. He played quarterback at Wimberley this season. He was a starting safety on their state championship team in 2011. That's the same school that we got Davis Holloman from. And Reed is a go-getter, covers a lot of ground, ball hawk, loves to come up and hit, has a good feel for running the alley, so we feel like we got a great one in Reed. Dalen Markham is another DB from McKinney Boyd. Dalen's film was fantastic. He's got a great knack for the ball. He's another one that has a great knack and a feel for running the alley. And these kids are smart kids that can, quarterback the secondary for us, and that's what our high safeties do. Matthew Markham. Matthew is our quarterback signee out of this class. Matthew's 5'11", 200. He's from Columbia, Tennessee Central High School. Matthew is a fantastic story. He started for 3 years. He led him to a state championship as a sophomore. He was first-team All-State in 2011 and 2012. He's got a 29-5 record as a starter. He holds all of the school records passing-wise at Columbia. The additional thing about Matthew is this year he threw for 2589 and 18 TDs, and he rushed for 460 and 7 TDs. He's a senior class president. He's the FCA president. He's Mr. Columbia Central High School. Fantastic kid for us. Just the kind of guy that we want running the huddle. That's the kind of personality we want from our quarterbacks. He has got it big time. And, he's going to come in here with a bunch of other guys that we have that got it, and they're going to compete for that job. Jordan Noyes. Jordan is from Parkway South High School in the suburb of St. Louis. He's a linebacker, 3-time All-Conference, All-Metro by the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. He's a Conference Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year team captain, second-team All-State, 146 tackles, 4 sacks, and 3 picks this past year, and he's also a 3-year member of the National Honor Society. This class is full of fantastic students, and that's another thing that we're so excited about. Des Owens is another young man from Columbia Central, teammate of Matthew Markham. Des is an offensive lineman. He's 6'2", 280, 2-time first-team All-Conference, and he's just a tremendous kid. Very fortunate to get Des. Clayton Pankey. Clayton is a DB corner from Fort Smith Southside. Clayton's 2-time first-team All-7A West at defensive back. 2012 Times Record All-Area team. Also played basketball on the Southside basketball team. Tremendous young man, tremendous student. National Honor Society, National Business Honor Society, President of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He's an Arkansas scholar. His uncle, Jeff Williams, is the head coach at Southside, and his grandfather, Dave Williams, is a longtime Arkansas coaching legend. He's been at Pocahontas, I think, for 28 years. Fantastic family. Very fortunate to have Clayton in our family. Lane Rogers. Lane is a 6'4", 205-pound wide receiver from Northland Christian in Houston. Lane is another one with great Harding connections. His dad, Lance, was an All-American defensive back for us in the late 80s and early 90s. I was privileged to coach Lance, and this is awesome that we're going to get a chance to coach his son Lane. Tremendous upside. He's a big kid that can run, has great hands, and he's just going to continue to develop when he gets in college. Carson Strickler. Carson is a defensive back, probably plays strong safety for us. He's from Katy, Texas. Anybody that knows anything about Texas football knows Katy High School. They won the state championship this year in Class 5A. Carson is a kid with a big frame. He can move well. He's got great ball skills. He's got great feet. We were very impressed with him at his workout, and I feel fortunate to get him. And he's also one of these kids who's got a tremendous upside. His body's just going to continue to grow and develop. Kobe Webb. Kobe is from Ouachita Christian School in Monroe, Louisiana. They have been 30-0 the last 2 years, 2-time state champs. Kobe was first-team All-District. He was a different district co-offensive MVP. He was first-team All-State. He was a Class A state offensive MVP. He was first-team All-Northeast Louisiana. He's first-team academic All-State, and just a tremendous person. His coach is Stephen Fitzhugh, who played for us here at Harding, one of my favorite all-time players here, and he will jump up on the table for Kobe Webb. I can tell you that right now. He really believes in Kobe, and that makes us believe in him too. And all you got to do is watch his film. He's a guy that's going to get on the field for us. Christian Witt is from Nixa, Missouri. Christian is a big kid. He's 6'2", 185. Great ball skills, good feet, moves well, from a great family. We fell in love with Christian when he came to our camp in the summer, and his family. He's a perfect fit for us. He's a guy that's going to really develop in the weight room, and he has great safety instincts, and we really feel like he's going to make a huge contribution to us before he gets going. I want to talk about 2 more young men whose paperwork got in right before the 4 o'clock press conference. Both these are local kids. Logan Best is from McCrory, Arkansas. His stats are off the chart. He rushed for over 6,000 career rushing yards, 72 career TDs. He's 2-time All-State. He's a member of the National Honor Society, first in his class, 4.0 GPA. He also had 332 career tackles. Just a tremendous young man, tremendous family, just what we're looking for at Harding, and he will be a great asset to our program. And then Darius Bowman is from Searcy. And Darius was two-time All-Conference first team. He's a DB, great feet. Feel like he's a great safety prospect for us. This year he had 67 tackles, 6 picks, and 7 passes broken up. He also returned punts, averaged 14 yards a punt return, and returned a kickoff for a touchdown. So tremendous class. And then when you add the mid-year transfer guys, we had 2 mid-year transfers. Alapete Malekle is the way you say his last name, I think. I struggle with it every time I try to say it. But Petty is from Mount Sac Community College. And he's a running back. He's 5'10", 225. He's tremendously strong. He was the most valuable back on their team, and Mount Sac is one of the top programs in California in the community college ranks. We think he is going to add tremendous competition to the B-back position for us. And then Andre Brackens is a transfer from Rice. He was a fantastic high school football player, played both sides of the ball. He went to Rice as a DB. And he is coming to us as an offensive player. We're going to play him at slot. He's 5'9", 220. His high school stats were also off the chart. We can't wait to get a chance to evaluate him this spring. So that's the group, and couldn't be any more proud of them. And as I said, we expect to add to that number in the next few days.
Coach, thanks for taking some time out and letting us know about it. It's pretty exciting for all the Bison fans out there.
Great day.
All right.